Fine, Stuart. No problems whatsoever to copy that time. 10 over 9 for the whole of that over. So congratulations, Stuart. I'm fine on all the full bore rifles that you have there. I've never owned a full bore rifle, Stuart. I never in my life. A very, very good friend of mine. I've known for 50 years. I've been married 51 years coming up now, and moved into this village then. And made a very good friend that doesn't live far away from me. And John has been into deer stalking all that time, and John has some beautiful. I think he's got the Tika and a few others there, and I can't remember all, but some fantastic rifles. So I do envy you those. I don't know if you just use them for target practice, Stuart, on a full bore range there, or possibly you do a bit of deer stalking, etc., etc. So, and there we are. And yes, as I say, it was mostly small bore pistol shooting was my real love, Stuart. Without going into all the problems that were caused then, you know what I mean, you can't even have my pistol. The last one I had was the Britarms 2000 Mark II by Alan Westlake over in Wiltshire. You may be familiar with Alan. He's still manufacturing pistols of various sorts, muzzle loading pistols, etc., etc. But as I say, it put the mockers on that anyway. And so I thought when that happened that it was the end of my shooting. But as I say, 73 coming up. I don't get around as well as I used to, so I'm really enjoying the bench shooting. The BR50, you're probably familiar, is a dedicated bench rest rifle, shooting over 50 meters at the club there, and I'm really enjoying it. It sort of keeps me out of mischief, Stuart HI. And my apologies, John, went off on a tangent with the shooting, and I didn't answer your query about the PRAS, the parametric receive audio system. Well, I find it incredible, Stuart, Stuart and John. But I'll have to qualify that. One day, John, I'll send you a copy of my audiogram. You remember I said I was on the pipelines all of my working life. So in a very, very noisy environment, we used to take the pipe supply into power stations, etc., etc., petrochemical plants, steelworks, and wrecked my ears. So I'm actually 80 decibels down at 3 kilohertz. So I need all the help I can get, John. I'm wearing 2 hearing aids at the moment, and I've been looking for years for a pair of headset that's programmable, as are my hearing aids. If you're familiar, but when you have a hearing test for the National Health, then they program that on the computer and put it into the hearing aids. So I'm still looking for a pair of headphones that you can do that too, but I don't think they exist at the moment. At least I can't find them anyway. So yes, I find it very, very good indeed, John, and it's great. Well, I won't go into any details at the moment, but all the details are there on the web page. But yes, very well worth the money. The only thing I bought the powered speaker as well, and looking back at it, I may have I could have done without the actual speaker, John, but the only thing I will find with it, there was a complaint on EAM about it, and that you get a lot of RF. Well, I did initially have a bit of RF flying about, coming out the speaker, but that seems to have righted itself, John. I haven't done anything, haven't added any ferrites or anything, and I may have moved the speaker or something, a little glitch there, but since that time, I haven't had any problems. Other than that, is a really, really good benefit to me. How much it would benefit someone that's got reasonably good hearing, I don't know. But as I say, 2.5, 3 kilohertz, that's where most of the intelligence is. And I was told I was lip reading by the specialist, and she said, you lip read. I said, no, I don't. I said, she said, that's not a question, that's a statement of fact. I'm telling you, you lip read, HI, subconsciously. Your brain is trying to fill in the gaps that you missed there. In the end, I got fed up of saying pardon, pardon all the time, and asking people to repeat themselves. So I knew there was something wrong with my hearing, John, I was welding a couple of 230-foot lengths of gas pipe together, and my friend, the pipe fitter, was down the end. There was 60 feet between us, and my coat was hanging up next to me with my phone in it, and Kelvin, his name was Kelvin, he said, "Answer the bloody phone, you deaf so-and-so." So if he could hear it 60 feet away, and I couldn't hear it next, I knew I was in trouble, John, and Stuart, so there we are. But yes, it's excellent. I find it really good, John, so very money well spent, and fine on the little digital SWR power meter. Is working great. Haven't had any glitches with it whatsoever. And by the way, I've got the ACOM back in line, the ACOM 1000. The tube, the new tube, or the new old, isn't it? The new old tube from the Ukraine. And it's working brilliantly, probably better than the old tube, I don't know, so, but there we are anyway. Anyway, enough boys, I'll leave you in peace there. Thank you very, very much indeed for allowing me in, and I say I'm very, very sorry to interrupt the theme that was going on about the cars. I haven't got a clue about cars. As I say, some look nice, but that's about as far as it goes as far as I'm concerned. I couldn't tell one from the other HI. So back to you, John, and very best wishes to both yourself and the family, and to you, Stuart, in Bristol and the family. Normally we come past Bristol quite often to fish at either Blagden or Chew Valley. My son is a director of a very well-known fishing tackle company in Wales here, the Airflow. And normally we'd be over there quite a number of times in the year, but of course with the COVID, that's put the mockers on that anyway. So I wish you both the best, and look after yourself, take care, and keep safe. I'm not sure we go through now, so I'll pass it to you, John, anyway. EI2HW, GW4RDW.
Yeah, lovely, Ian. GW4RDW. EI2HW returning. Yeah, I'll make this the final here on my side as well. I think we're on a while now, and I'll retire gracefully with a few juniper berries and some gin, I think. Hi. But great signal all the way. You're 15-20 dB over S9 with me here, Ian. Very interested in some of your comments, particularly on the parametric EQ. Yeah, I suppose really and truly for that instance, with your hearing suffering like that, it must be an advantage. And in many respects, it's like the external monitor, isn't it? With a lot of the new radios, your 101, Stewart's FTDX10, the ICOMs, do you actually need an external monitor? But if you're visually impaired, they're really, really brilliant. So in that instance, it's a great asset to the station, that's for sure. And you also mentioned the RF part of it. Yeah, that's a bit iffy, isn't it? But I suppose RF can be caused by just simply moving a lead in many instances, so at least it's not there now. That's the main thing. And remember the night you called in asking about the John's ACOM, is it a 1200 he has? I think that's the one you were maybe asking about. You won't believe this, right? A couple of nights after you spoke about that and John was giving you his recommendation on it, what did he have? Yeah, the PA went down, the final transistor went on it. So it's gone back to Bulgaria, and it's already back and fixed and fully fettled and guaranteed and the whole lot. But it's amazing. I think there was, and still are, on some of those items. It sounds like that there is a little issue that has to be sorted out. So hold on to your 1000 for another while, Ian. I think that's the advice at the moment. So that was amazing that we were singing its praises 1 minute, and we were actually speaking to John that evening, and it went down on him, so it went straight back to Bulgaria. It was under warranty anyway, so there you go. It's just interesting. Okay, 73s to you. Stuart, I'll say 73s to you as well, and I'll push it back to you to wrap it up. And great talking to everybody this evening, and give us a shout anytime, of course, Ian. There's no problem there. Don't ever worry about that, that's for sure. 2E0DQQ with GW4RDW also signing EI2HW.
Yeah, no worries at all. Perfect timing. Deborah's just texted me out to say that she's made me a cup of coffee. So, another latte, John. Geez, I'm getting very posh here in Bristol with lattes and macchiatos and God knows what else. So, I've got a latte on the way. I may add a bit of whiskey to it as well. But there you go. Yeah, great to hear you, Ian. Lovely signal. And the band is getting a little bit noisy now as well, so our continental buddies are starting to come up a little bit. But got everything there on the last over, no worries at all. I wish you both 73 as well, and we'll speak to you all again soon. Roger, Ian, from 2E0DQQ.
Okay, boys, thank you very much indeed. 2E0.